locker buddy over here. He's saying to tell him about the slider. I mean, we gotta know about that.
Yeah, it's the one they don't hit. Yeah, that's a trick.
Well, speaking of that, Braxton, 5 really strong innings from you today. That's a career high in the big leagues. How nice did it feel to be able to give that type of length today?
Yeah, you know, I said it last time I started. There's a little taxed after 13 in a row, so it's nice to go out there and cover 5 innings and do it efficiently and be available for a 6. But I guess there's a plan there, and just try and trust it and be at peace with it and move on to the next outing.
You said you were feeling really good after your last outing. How are you feeling after this one?
Same, man. This is a role that I've filled for my entire career. So it's not anything new. It's just keeping in mind the things that I did whenever I was starting every 5th day or 6th day, and reverting back to that in terms of routine, recovery, and the way I go about my work. And thankfully I haven't had enough time off really to forget how to do all those things.
So, I mean, you've already exceeded your career high in innings pitched. How proud does it make you that you're able to feel physically good after, going a little bit further than you've ever done and doing so in the major leagues and through different roles?
Yeah, there's the biggest piece of that is, you go through injuries, you go through time on the IL, whatever it may be, and you can take it one of 2 ways. You can look at it as just trying to get back, or you can look at it as that and also a way to never have to do that again. And for me, I think that first couple stints on the IL earlier in my career is just about getting back, and you gain a different perspective the more time you spend away from the game. And in doing that, you just learn how to stay available. And in this game, staying available and being able to capitalize on opportunities given, that's how you remain in the big leagues and accumulate 10 years like Tommy over here. So, I mean, there's a lot to that. But yeah, I mean, it feels good. It feels good to feel probably better than I ever had in my career at this point, especially at this point in the season in August. It's a time that I haven't really spent much time pitching in my career in August. And to feel good now is a big one.
What's kind of key to being able to navigate the Cubs lineup as effectively as you did today?
A lot of that comes with just absolute trust in Henry. I don't think I shook him once. So I think the biggest piece of that is just trusting the fact that I have really good stuff and hitting really hard. And knowing that Henry does his homework and does it diligently. And just trusting that he sees the game a little bit better than I do, so I can just focus on executing my pitches to my zones. And there were a few at-bats where I came up short with that and fell behind in counts, and hits are the result of that. But you can hang your hat on the fact that so long as you have that absolute trust in your catcher, and something I do with Henry and Joey. Like, it's absolute trust. They both call a really good game, especially for me, in the way that they see the game and the way that my strengths align with that. It's nice to have that behind the plate and have that comfort.
I know how you feel about helicopters, but how do you feel about the air show flying over today?
Yeah, that's something cool, man. It was cool. I mean, I've seen Blue Angels and stuff, but Thunderbirds, that's a different story. They fly a little lower, but I think it's a little tougher for hitters to navigate that. Again, it's hitting really hard. I didn't deal with them flying over like real low while I was in the middle of my windup, but it's part of the game, especially here in Chicago. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and a lot of people in the stands, and you're just trying to eliminate all the variables outside of the game and do your job to the best of your ability. And just think I did a pretty good job of that today.